Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartbreak. Right.
Yeah.
Hey
Hello.
everyone, how are you? How are you? How are you? Why? Can we see that window?
I'm eating chocolate.
I
That's
don't want
why.
the window to be seen.
Vlad,
17 months!
I have my ice cream. I have my blanket. I have my entertainment. I'm all set.
Oh yeah. That
Hope you are
sounds
all doing well.
so
oh my
good.
god, I want a
Vlad.
blanket and
Thank
ice cream.
you.
All I have is an Easter egg
Everything
that is still in
so
date.
shiny.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Also, 17
Tyler.
month streak is
Hey,
the
Lauren.
best number of
The
streak.
best number.
Yeah.
The best number. Thanks, Vlad.
Remember that you are great,
Prickly.
important and loved. Even though now you might be going through something bad, it's only temporary. All the bad days will be finally over and everything will be alright. You are not alone. You are valid. You are worth everything.
Aw,
Oh,
Thanks, Prickly.
Yeah.
Thank you, Prickly.
so kind.
And a
I
heart
love your
for the-
messages.
Hello.
For your love.
Jamie, you getting any snacks today?
Hey,
Lol.
Ethan.
Yeah, I have a white chocolate Easter egg that goes off this month, so I have to eat it obviously
confirm.
right now today.
Yes, he did get McDonald's.
I did get
after the
McDonald's
stream.
after the last
He
stream.
put it on Insta for those of you
I
who
forgot to
would
put it
have-
on Insta actually.
Oh, I thought you said you were going to.
I
That's why
was,
got
and I
confused.
forgot because I was eating.
Fake fan. But no more McDonald's today. Absolutely not gonna happen. But Jamie has got a fat ass Easter egg that he found in the cupboard. Not mad about it at all. Looks very good. Wonderful. Amazing.
You look very good.
Good, thank you. Yeah. Okay. Oh no, more snacks. Are we matching? I guess we're kind of complimenting today.
Nice.
Your top matches my hair. Yeah.
No, it doesn't. It really doesn't. I love you, but it
Does.
doesn't.
It looks more so. Look at the light that I'm looking at it at.
No, it doesn't match my shirt.
Lies. It does. It does.
Prickly.
Not exactly the same, but they're close. Prickly.
You're gifting 2 subs.
Budget sweet.
Thank
No.
you so much, Prickly. Bless you.
Aww.
An apple shrub.
To Elro and Marie. An apple shrub. 15
15
months.
months.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You're craving. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh dear.
I
Thank
can
you
send
for the
you one
sub.
of these.
Oh
and
no,
Thank you for
now
the-
I'm
Cat.
craving chocolate. Colon
Don't actually
close in
do-
parenthesis.
Can I throw it at the camera?
No.
Apple shrub.
Oh,
Catch.
Yeah.
There you go.
Didn't catch it again.
You've
I'm
been on
not
stream
trying
for
to
less
move
than
the
10
camera.
minutes and already you've made me hungry. Ella Ramen Shaaba Sweet Tot.
Ramona, I'm sorry. Thank
I'm
you for the
sorry.
bits. This is it's like a
Also,
it's like a
yes to a cat eating
reciprocal
ramen.
making each other hungry because
Big
this-
yes.
the stream made me hungry last
Hey,
time.
Never Tired. How you doing, sweet? Oh, love this. Love these vibes. I'm so excited to play this game. Right. Thank you as well for the hype train. Oh my goodness, when did that happen? Tyler, we're doing good, thanks. How are you?
Happened
Today's been
today.
like a bit of a frustrating day. You know when days just go, like some days are like this and some days are like this.
Oh,
Today is definitely one of these days.
yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. We're pushing through.
I
It's
am
gonna
at work
let
today,
better
so
with
I will
this.
be in and out. Will follow along but can't participate much.
Cookie!
Just want to say you guys are awesome and thank you so
Oh.
much for everything you've done, not just for me but for everyone here.
No, Cookie,
Shaaba
you're
yay
amazing.
squid.
Bless you, Cookie.
Thank you
Did
for
you
the
do
bits.
the new
No, not yet.
one?
I need to put them on. We do have
It's gonna be a next stream thing.
We do have the new emotes. We do. And I will put them on very soon. I needed to speak to you about which ones we're going to get rid of and which ones we're going to put where. So we have a lot to decide. But they will be there for the next stream, which
Apollo
will be
is asking for chocolate Easter egg, and I'm just like, no,
on
sweetheart.
Thursday. Not streaming this Thursday.
Next
week.
Oh,
Next
yeah.
Prickly, no. Ethan, no!
Prickly is giving out subs again XD. I'm giving bits
Prickly
cause
no.
it's easier.
Ethan
Cheeky
no.
smiley face. Hype hype hype. I'm a tad bit high from the scotch I'm having so. From the sky drop like confetti. DK if you get the reference lol.
Budget. Budget. Naughty. Thank you.
Thank you.
But naughty.
Do we get the reference?
I don't. Snacks. Is it from Snack? No.
Hmm?
People are saying Snack in chat.
Oh.
Hi, Cody. Do you know where the reference is from? Do you drop from the sky, drop like confetti? Hey? Oh,
Little Mix.
It's Little Mix.
How
I
did
just
you
got
not-
that because I was saying it. I wasn't singing it. Dear God.
Sing it.
Dear God. Come here, baby.
Okay, that is enough.
Come say hi to
Chocolate
Street.
Easter egg.
Come. No, get your bum.
He doesn't
here.
want to.
He's thinking.
If he doesn't want to, leave him.
No, he's just thinking there's something in my hand.
No. But that means he wants food, not cuddles.
I know, but I still wanted to show him off. We'll see him later. There's never enough chocolate in whatever form it comes. I agree. Hang on, we're on the wrong scene.
I did just eat so much.
There we go. There we
Yummy.
go. Oh. I have a question about the Smurf TV tray. Well, basically,
It's the Weird Al version.
we
of-
ran out of ways to title this stream. So it was "Tell Me Why Ain't Nothing But a Heartbreak" and vice versa, and so on and so on. But then
We
you
got
did the
to
last one of "I Want It That Way," and Jamie was like, "What do I do now?" I was like,
Smurf TV tray.
"Shatner's old toupee,"
Just say Shatner.
isn't it?
Shatner. William Shatner.
Oh, Shatner's old toupee. Who's Shatner?
He was in Star Trek, and he's also the
There
guy.
he is. See, you wanted to say hi. Hi, Cody.
Do you know the?
Hi, Cody.
Look at him.
Hi, long boy. How you doing? Why are you holding him so awkwardly?
Because I want him to look adorable. He loves me still. You know what's he doing?
Just let him go.
He's putting his bum in my face. You know, Miss Congeniality.
Yes.
Stupid cat.
Him!
He's the guy, Stan.
The guy who still sings when everything's
Yeah.
exploding.
Yeah,
Oh, why is he such a big deal? What else has he been in?
Star Trek.
I didn't watch the old Star Treks.
I want it that way. Oh.
Thanks for that, Jamie.
Okay.
I got a claw in the shoulder. Thanks to you. Oh,
That's
goodness.
how he shows love.
Yeah, I've watched the new Star Trek, but not the old one.
I have a problem.
The new one with Chris Pine.
I need a savoury snack now.
White chocolate's a lot, isn't it?
It's a lot. It is
Well-
a lot.
I don't understand why all of these streams are just becoming so food centric.
I'm gonna go get the Scotch eggs.
Enjoy.
You start.
Right.
Talk people through what happened.
That would be a great idea if I remembered.
You do remember.
I'm with you, Apple Shrub. Small doses. Or like in stuff. Like if it's a white chocolate flavoured icing on a cake, I could eat loads of that. But yeah, not just white chocolate. I'm saying. William Shatner's known for Boston Meagle. I don't know what that is. And being very problematic on Twitter. Oh, he's one of those. Is it because he's an old white man? Does he give off those vibes? Oh my goodness. Yes, thank you, Tom. I remember. So
We're in a graveyard.
for those of you who may not know, yes, oh, yeah, okay, so that kind of problematic. Fair. We are twins, Alison and Tyler. Here you go on screen. Jamie, really? Tyler is a trans man, and Tyler supposedly killed his mum. It wasn't. It was Alison. The secret is out now. Tyler and Michael became Myla. That is a thing that happened. We got them together and they kissed. It was so cute. And we've just been told, because we're trying to find out who our dad is, because that seems to be one of the big secrets, and potentially who Mary Ann, our mother, was trying to kill on the day that we thought she was trying to kill Tyler, and therefore we killed her. And we don't know who it is. But we know it's not Sam. And we've just heard that there's a secret loft in the barn. And we are there. And it looks very beautiful. And there seems to be some sort of puzzle that we are now needing to do. Hopefully we can figure this out. If we do the puzzle together, we'll be able to find out who our dad is, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a mysterious man, who we're also assuming is the dad, is coming to make an offer, a cash purchase on this house that we want to leave behind. So we wait and see. Elro! It's not rude at all, babe. I submitted my thesis. I'm feeling so good. I mentioned this on the last stream. Oh my goodness, it feels amazing. I'm not fully done yet. I still have the Viva to go. But right now, it just means that I'm waiting. Well, I'm doing some work for my papers. I had one paper accepted. 2 are still to be submitted, so I'm working on those, and I have to get my Viva arranged, which is the big exam that then determines if I get my status as a doctor. So we'll see. But my supervisor's taking me out for a cute little dinner this week, so I'm very excited for that. And we're also having a little something to celebrate at some point.
Huh?
Me and you, we're going to go out for a dinner
Oh, yeah.
And also, we're having some friends over to do like
How?
a bigger party, but you'll see. My thesis, my love, the Notorious Queer, is called Social Media for Social Good, and it's basically about how it's a concept of parasocial relationships and how they affect our well-being and mental health and behaviour. Yay. Right.
We're ready.
Yes, we were thinking potentially maybe Fishy Fisherman Alex Soybeats. Do you think it's
We're
Becky?
ready to play.
I don't think it's Becky, the dad.
No, I don't think it's Becky.
I just don't think it could be Becky because
Okay,
Tessa
I
would
take
know, right?
notes.
So
You're being slow.
yeah, we wait and see.
Recognize this?
Yeah. It's from the story where the goblins tricked the Mad Hunter.
Oh,
It looks like it, but it's different, right? Can you check the book?
that means we read the book before you click on the other things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here it is. Why do you think she changed the picture?
I don't know. Maybe it's a message.
How is the picture
The
changed?
differences between the two mean something.
Something about Marianne, right?
No, you made a noise.
Since she's the princess?
Yeah. Why don't we try to find them all and then see if it makes any sense?
Okay, so I think we now go look at all the images and then we come back to this.
You sure?
They said let's go try and find them all and then see if it makes sense.
All the differences
Yeah,
in this photo and the other one. So
I
wait,
think so.
let's take a photo of this guy. Right.
Should we see if there's another?
No spoilers, my loves, but feel free to backseat game.
Okay. Spot the differences. It moves. Oh. Some of these parts are buttons. It's just a random star. No special meaning.
Oh, different stars are lit up.
Right.
There's a fish in the
Actually,
water.
I need some advice. The situation in HK is getting more tense, so Mom and her friend is suggesting that we should go to the UK for a couple months with the HK lifeboat scheme and go to Canada later when the fall terms start in September 2022. What I think.
Ethan, I have no idea, my love. That sounds like something that you guys should discuss as a family. I don't know enough about the schemes.
Yeah. If anybody else knows some info, I'm sorry, Ethan. I think.
I'm really sorry though. That sounds like a really tricky situation to be in.
Yeah.
Yeah. No clue. I'll look into it though. HK lifeboat scheme. This is the LGBT plus stuff as well, right? Because the other thing that I was just going to mention is the UK is not a great place to be in terms of being trans friendly right now. So make sure you really look into things and research if you can.
Trying to work out. I don't understand what we're meant to be doing. Babe. Focus.
I was read a Notorious Queer's message. Read it out. It's a good theory.
I 100% think it's Becky. He's the one who meets the profile of having a reason for a reason other than how bad and why he really wouldn't want people to know he's running. The only thing about him is that Marianne didn't want anything to do with the dad. Like, if he came near her, she told him to go away.
Next time I see you, I will kill you.
But she did shift in the shop and Tessa was her best friend.
Yeah.
So I don't... The theory's solid, but then I think with the extra information, it doesn't work.
So anyway, Tom is right. We need to be clicking on the differences in the photos. So what are you doing?
So tell me what the differences are.
Well, tell me what you can click on.
I can click on 2 stars to the left of his hood.
To the left of his hood, those 2 are on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's the same. Fab.
Is there an extra star here? Or am I just imagining that? It's just a random star. No special meaning.
No, put the star in.
Oh, the title is different.
Put the star in.
Why?
And then, because there's 3 are light, and there's 3 are light here. Yeah, the title is different.
It's not the same title, so I guess that counts as a difference.
He
Yeah.
said that's just a random star. It's not this one. It might be lit up, but look, they're the same.
No, leave it.
No, they're the same. It's not one of the problems.
Okay.
It's just a random star.
Okay, the
No
tree.
special meaning.
The smile is fine. What about the tree?
The tree's the same. Oh, the goblin is hiding. Oh no, the princess is hiding in the tree instead of being in the water. See?
Yeah.
The princess is running away from the Mad Hunter.
Who was sent by the Gold Lady, according to the story.
That
Do you
tiny.
think the Gold Lady could have been Marianne's mom?
See, we needed to
mean,
read the story.
She always used to say she moved to the end of the world to get away from her family.
Let's read the story. You read it for me. You want to read?
Once upon no, I hate reading.
Once upon a time, in a
Out
castle
loud.
just beyond the ancient and deep forest, the Mad Hunter was punished by the Gold Lady. Oh, the Mad Hunter. What? For failing to return with the wise princess. For your failure, said the Gold Lady, I will take your left hand. You will return to the ancient and deep forest and hunt the wise princess, and if you can bring her back, I will return your hand to you. Fail again, and I will take your right hand. I don't know who I'm trying to be.
Yeah, no, don't do that.
Did that sound like anyone? It kind of reminded me of something, but I don't know what.
Bad.
The Mad Hunter could hunt with just his right hand. That seems like a real silly thing to do from the Gold Lady, though. Like, hey, go find someone. I'm going to make it harder for you, and if you can't, I will make it harder still. The Mad Hunter could hunt with just his right hand, but if he lost both his hands, he'd never be able to hunt again, and would no longer be a Mad Hunter, but only a Mad Man.
Does that mean he's only got one arm? One hand? The dad? What?
Did you read the story?
Okay.
Or have you
If
been
he-
listening?
But if he lost both hands... Okay, just keep reading.
So the Mad Hunter returned to the ancient and deep forest, searching with his piercing eye for the wise princess. What about his other eye? I'm so confused. The crafty goblins were out searching for mischief when they saw the Mad Hunter on the prowl. We cannot let him find the princess. I was trying so hard not to do the voice, said the goblins, and so they devised a plan. It was wash day, and the princess had hung her beautiful gown out to dry. They stole it from the line and stuffed it full of straw, and then returned to where the Mad Hunter was scouring the paths of the forest. As the Mad Hunter turned down a path that would have led him to the big wooden house, the goblins danced the straw princess in and out of view in the opposite direction. The ruse worked. The hunter fixed his piercing eye on them and followed. Throughout the day and into the night, they led him away from the true princess. Whoa! Lollybob. What a beautiful
Aw.
name.
Thanks so
Lollipop.
much for subbing.
Thank you, cutie
Welcome.
pie.
You can now
Welcome.
grow a potato that is
McGonagall
sweet.
vibes. Maybe very bad.
Bad McGonagall vibes. Oh my god. Terrible.
Oh dear. The ruse worked. The hunter fixed his piercing and blah, 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 blah. Okay, throughout the day and into the night, they led him away from the true princess. As night fell, the crafty goblins realized the error in their plan. The Mad Hunter was now hunting them. If he caught them, he would not be too kind. So they put their heads together to come up with a plan. It did not take them long to realize where they should go. They led the Mad Hunter to the edge of the deep and icy lake, and when he came into view, they weighed the fake princess down with stones and dropped her into the frigid water, careful not to plunge into the depths themselves. Plunge. Lest the moon hag take her revenge on them. The Mad Hunter removed his clothing and dove in after the fake princess. He was naked. He followed the shape of the sinking princess deep into the chilly water down below where ice covered the lake's surface. Finally he caught her, but when he spun her toward him, he realized she had no head, and her body was stuffed with straw. And then he felt a slippery fin brush his shoulder as the moon hag loomed overhead. The next morning the princess went to retrieve her gown. Who is this moon hag? Is this
I don't
different to the
know.
old lady?
Yeah.
The old lady?
Yeah.
The next morning, the princess went to retrieve her gown from the clothing line and found that it was gone. She immediately suspected the goblins of mischief and called, "Goblins, did you take my gown?" The goblins emerged from the cave and nodded sadly. "Now what will I wear?" asked the princess, sad and angry that she'd lost her only dress. "Let us explain," said the goblins. So they told the princess the story of the Mad Hunter, and they produced his clothing, which was a bit large for the princess, but much warmer than her beautiful gown. She immediately forgave them. "Thank you, my friend," she said, "for rescuing me and for this clothing, which will keep me much warmer in the winter than my beautiful gown." The Mad Hunter was forced to remain below the lake with the moon hag, but she didn't kill him because even reduced to just one hand, he was too useful a servant.
So he does have one hand.
He plotted the day he would emerge to once again hunt the wise princess and earn back his left hand. And that is the story of how the crafty goblins rescued the wise princess from the Mad Hunter. So, does that mean
Fascinating.
Yeah, you're right.
that she was
She
wearing the
ran
Mad
away.
Hunter's clothing?
Just like the princess is here.
I don't know. Tell me. Sorry.
So confused. The lake
So,
Is he underneath the water? Did she actually kill the father?
yeah.
Is he floating
Is he
with
afloat?
one hand?
Tell me
under the lake?
difference. Oh, there's no castle in that one.
What's a castle?
Here.
Oh
Did
yeah.
you say what is a castle?
Why do you
Where
think
is
she
the
added
castle?
that castle in the background?
See the color of the flag? It could be her mother's castle. It looks like the princess is running away
Is
from
there a
it.
brain tree?
So Marianne
No.
ran away from home, and she
No.
grew up kind of rich.
No brain tree. No flower on this right hand side. Oh,
Yeah,
kind of is.
flower there. Hands? Oh,
Oh, one hand is missing. The wrong hand is missing.
The Mad Hunter still has 2 hands here.
So this was either before the gold lady cut off his other.
That's it.
we did it.
What's in there?
Whoa.
Pictures, letters.
Okay.
Have you ever
Right.
seen any of these?
All the pictures of
Oh,
Marianne
bless
I've
you,
ever
Sloth.
seen were the
Thank
ones
you for joining,
hanging
my
on the
sweet.
walls.
You're so kind. You're welcome. You're welcome, welcome, welcome. Zen, welcome here anytime.
I can't believe she was a ballet dancer. Marianne.
So she was a ballet
Good one.
dancer.
August.
God, that's so not her. Oh,
My
My
birdie
birdie Polly,
Polly.
I'll miss
She's
you
an old
forever.
drawing of a pet in here.
Interesting.
wow. I don't think I've ever seen a picture of her that young.
Was that her
I
mother?
think that's her mom in the background.
Yeah.
The gold lady.
The
Oh.
gold lady. That was definitely her mom.
So, did Marianne grow up kind of rich?
Maybe. Would have been nice to have some of that. Did you know she studied engineering?
No. But
Berkeley.
looks like she changed her major to visual arts.
I don't think she actually got it changed. The
Ooh.
paper's not signed and it's all wrinkled.
Ah,
Like someone
maybe
tried
she
to throw it away.
wanted to, and the mum was not happy with. She wanted to be a dancer and a
An artsy
creative.
environmentalist. Yep, that sounds like Marianne's exact kind of catnip.
Oh, there's a guy in that photo with a heart over his face.
With 2 hands.
Okay.
Okay, read the letter.
Marianne, I can't do this anymore. You deserve better than cliche bullshit like, it's not you, it's me. But the truth is, it's all just been too much to deal with and I've realised I'm just not ready. Maybe if we could have dealt with all of this on our own without your mum constantly putting pressure on us, things could have been different.
Whoa.
But the damage is done and it's probably too late for that now.
Drama.
I'm so sorry. You're an amazing person. You made me a better man. I hate myself for doing this, but I feel like we'll be better off apart. There I go with the cliches again. Please don't ever stop being who you are. Here, but I'm gone. Brent.
Maybe Brent's our daddy. Whoa.
Okay.
This
so
guy
we've
been
looked
any
at-
more cryptic?
We've looked at everything. That's a very...
Tyler, see that little light? I
This
think we need to
little
solve
light
this
of
one next.
mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
This little light of mine. Oh my god, there's more.
There's tons of puzzles. I love this one. This is the best.
I need another egg to get me through this.
Examen.
There's the gold lady again. She's all over the board.
Her
There
cruel
was a figure of
parents.
her in that stash by the Mad Hunter painting, right?
Oh, yeah.
So maybe all of this is related to what we found in there.
The cruel parents kept her locked away in their musty palace. Is there a... Wait. Did we just do this one?
Mm-hmm.
And this was, once upon a time there was a young princess who felt hopeless. Maybe it's in... But what is this one called?
Examine it.
Like, what story do we go for? Any ideas? Well, if. The Attic of Puzzles. Yes, they said the stuff in the cubby. Okay, so what was the first thing?
Ballet.
Ballet.
Hey,
Oh.
I can move the piece next to the gold lady.
All these pictures.
The princess dancing, playing violin,
She
spinning
was
the wheel.
mad about the
I
dancing.
guess this
So
is
what was
stuff
what did she want at the
did for
beginning?
fun.
Notice
She had a
how
bird.
unhappy she looks in all
She
these
did,
pictures.
called
I don't
Polly.
think
Is the gold lady setting the animals free?
But she wanted
If you even
engineering.
realistic, I'd say she's getting rid of them.
The wise princess looks like
No,
she's
no.
trying to run away.
And she's being
I'll run
watched
away
by
from
the gold
engineering.
lady.
Yes.
And then he was an environmentalist. An artsy environmentalist. Yeah?
Yeah.
What's the gold lady do? Is that it?
It's a
Wow! Thank you, chat! Yay! Yay! Ooh. Wait, there's a letter on that one. Was there one on that one too? Oh.
It's gonna be love.
L. Olive.
L is for the way you look.
Olix,
to
the
me.
fisherman.
Oh.
Olive flounder was the fish he caught. Whoa! Go. This is exciting.
Z is very,
What's in there
very.
this time?
Extraordinary is even more than what's that? The barn.
That is.
The house.
I think that's.
That is their house
Is it?
for sure. Yeah.
They didn't say anything about it.
Is that Carol?
Yeah.
Who's Carol?
And Sam.
Who's Carol?
Who's Carol?
Who's
So
Carol?
young.
Carl.
Carol. Who's Carol?
I don't know.
Is Carol the partner? No, that's Laura or Lauren or something. You're reading it in the wrong order. Read the big letter. Maybe that'll tell us who Carol is.
No.
What did that say at the front?
Salmonberry
Something.
Park.
Salmonberry Park.
Is that some kind of commune?
Looks
Okay,
like
now
it.
turn it and read.
So weird to imagine her living
Can't
in
turn
a
it.
community like that. With,
Well,
you know,
How did you
Other
just spin it?
people.
I don't know. It
The
said
weirdest
turn.
part is how they all seem to love her.
Stop,
Where
stop,
was
stop.
prom Queen
Okay,
Mary Ann
just
when
do
the
it
whole
then.
town was turning on us?
There you go. Narrow
It wasn't there.
I know, but you were
Salmonberry
just
Park.
spinning the screen.
I was trying to see if it would come up.
that some
You
kind of
spin the
commune?
screen too.
looks like it.
Read it.
Don't be a
So weird to
stranger. Keep
imagine
on
her
looking for
living in
those
a
answers.
community like that. With, you know,
They're very annoying because they're
Other
talking
people.
over.
The
Let them finish.
weirdest part
You
is
read.
how they all seem to love her.
No, you can
Where was
read.
prom
She's
Queen
saying the
Mary
same
Ann
thing
when the
again.
whole
I
town
know,
was
but I
turning
just
on
can't hear
us?
them and you. Go.
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 Go. I'm not
Go.
doing it. No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Well, I'm not doing it.
Fine.
Jamie Anthony Rains. Read the freaking thing
I read
right
the
now.
last one. You read this one.
I read this story. There'll be another story.
Go on.
Don't be a stranger. Keep on looking for those answers to the questions in your head to which you're blind.
It's the wrong year. That's weird.
Okay.
We miss you already.
Sorry we're losing you to modern civilization. We'll miss your positive attitude and your adventurous spirit. Also, your wild edibles picking skills. Haha.
Bon
Pretty
voyage.
Marcus. Who calls themselves Pretty Marcus?
Bon voyage, Marianne. Rick.
Marianne, you had the... This is not fair. Warmest, most beautiful aura, and I know you'll keep on shining wherever you land. Peace and blessings, Jarita.
Thanks for being a little ray of sunshine. Godspeed. I like your pictures. Exit.
Kamala?
Cabo and Weighty.
So when was this? 1992.
Two.
Now you read the big letter, because I did the most of those thingies. Jamie, I'm trying to get an egg.
Oh,
You're annoying me.
Scratching my head.
Go.
Marianne.
This is 4 years later.
I hope this letter finds you, but since you didn't have any contact information, I will have to send it to your aunt and hope for the best. I am writing to inform you that your mother passed, oh that's sad, last week. We just had her funeral reception. The house has been filled with people all day, friends, family, colleagues and church members. It's now 11 p.m. and I'm sitting alone at the kitchen table surrounded by dozens of trays of food, flowers and sympathy cards. Your cousin Adi brought in a beautiful photo album full of our holiday pictures in Lacona. Lacona? You are there in all of them, but you weren't here today. We haven't heard from you in 4 years. 4
Wow.
years. And can only hope you made it to Alaska or wherever you are and that you and your child are both safe. Child?
Whoa.
Your mother had been sick and depressed for years, and you can imagine why. The pain of being shunned by her own daughter, knowing she would never get to see her grandchild grow up. It spread through her body like cancer and consumed her completely. All this is not fair.
This is so emotionally abusive.
All this suffering simply because you ran away like a temperamental little girl instead of accepting her help when you got pregnant, out of wedlock, after dropping out of college and without a penny to your name. She only stepped up to help because she knew you weren't ready to raise a child properly. Marianne, a mother's duty doesn't end when her children leave home. Now that you're a mother yourself, I hope you will begin to understand that good parenting isn't about coddling children. It's about providing for them and shaping them into the people they're supposed to become, and whether they like it or not, her parents were shit. I won't trouble you again. You've made your intentions clear. I just thought you should know. Dad, did they really need to put that on a third page?
Disgusting. Disgusting. Despicable. Triggering. Horrible. Yuck.
What the hell? Marianne was pregnant in 1992, before she
Wait.
even got here.
Before us? Do we have a long lost sibling out there somewhere?
Possible.
I just assumed they knew she was pregnant, but
she
didn't know
could
it was
have given
twins.
up or miscarried.
Me too.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the same
Right.
age as us, so they're 1994. Aren't they?
Do you think
don't
we could
know.
track down her father?
You mean the grandfather she never told us about? I don't think I want to.
You're not at all excited about having more family.
You saw the letter. I don't think we want any part of that.
Fine. Let's keep digging.
Yeah, when were the twins born? Sorry, I'm just catching up chat.
Well, after this.
Hang on, there was another piece in there.
No, there wasn't.
Yes, that letter at the back, right.
This just lit
Wow.
up, so
She
I
worked for a
think we're supposed
watchmaker
to
in
try
China
this one
before
next.
she moved to
When they
Taiwan.
both talk at the same time,
No
it gives
wonder
me
she was so
headache.
handy.
T stands for time clock repair. Marianne Ronan,
£2,500.
£1,000.
Why? That's a lot of money to pay for a clock repair.
No, it seems she worked there.
Oh. Tammy sold her a house? Look.
Here's my desk.
Oh, so that's how she found the house.
Oh, how. Hiccup.
Right. I'm confused. Though.
Leave. Leave. We'll
So
get to the
when were they born? Hang on. Sam, Marianne, and Eddie's. Stop. Sam, Marianne, and Eddie's mother, Carol. No, I'm confused because they're
Oh,
not siblings.
No.
Oh,
Sam, Marianne, and Eddie's mother, Carol.
Right, sorry. I'm so sorry. I
Eddie's mother
completely-
is Carol.
Yeah, got it.
Forgot how
Thank you.
commas
Thank you.
worked.
Yeah.
Okay, this
Okay.
is the next one.
Yeah, they are 21, 22, but it's not in 2021.
It's in 2015, so they are 1994.
Yeah?
21, yeah, 2015.
Okay, so there was someone else born, or she was
2 years
pregnant.
previous, or nearly 2 years. Okay, one day
Wait,
she
is this where we are?
took her tiara and ran away to the forest. So this is when she leaves.
What's this?
Some sort of map?
Are we supposed to be at this one? How do you know?
Yeah, because Alison is leading the ones that we go to.
So what did we just do? We did,
We just
that,
did
one,
that one.
then that one. Now she's over on this one.
Yeah,
right. Okay.
This looks like a dinner party with the old bear and the very old beaver.
Select all of them so talk about them.
What's that plant thing on top?
Oh, those are
Strawberries.
definitely salmonberry
Oh.
flowers.
Those are
Hey,
strawberries.
that degree in outdoor studies is paying off.
So,
Salmonberry.
no, these are all the things. So she was at Salmonberry. She got a clock fixed. She bought the house. She fled the
Oh,
castle.
dates.
That's the Gold Lady's castle.
Do we have to do it in order?
Yeah, sounds like it. And then that is the photo,
The photo.
with Carol
Yeah.
and Sam, who is the bear
This is the princess's house.
that she bought after she
After the
worked
clock.
Sort of
at the
clock.
clock. Got it. So she went from,
From
here,
here.
The Gold Lady's castle.
to the berries,
Yeah.
What's that plant thing on top?
to the
The
clock.
clock.
Those are some sort of clock.
No, did she do the clock before or after the
I
party?
didn't look
Try
at the
it,
dates.
try it.
I think we need to look at the dates, my love.
I mean, it's just two different options.
no,
It'd be
let's
quicker
just
to
hang on.
just try it.
real quick, because each one had a
That
photo.
was June 1992. But what date was this one?
Wow. She worked for a watchmaker in Juneau before she moved to Delos. No wonder she
92.
was so handy.
Same time period, but it ends
when?
after. The end date is after this.
Okay.
So I think she started
Salmonberry
working after
to the
leaving
clock.
Salmonberry.
When is
Is that
this
Carol?
dated?
Yeah, and Sam. Look at him. He's so young,
And the date?
happy.
That's it. They're not picking it up, so you won't be able to.
Okay. And then this letter was 95 or 6 or something.
Okay.
And then this one was
Nothing.
no date. Okay. That was absolutely useless. You're right. I'm sorry. Okay. And we go back. So,
Just-
from the thingy
Yeah.
to the thingy, Salmonberry, to the clock.
Try the dinner, and then the house.
I think that's the middle. I
I'm
want to try the
pretty
house
sure
first.
This is
everything in
the
the
princess
stash was
house.
dated. Why don't
Oh,
we go
yeah,
take
This
another
looks
look?
like a dinner party with the old bear and the very old
Okay,
beef.
well done.
Yes.
E. Olay!
What's in there? Another letter?
Is it gonna spell the name of the other child, like Oliver?
Olay. Ole. No, Oliver's with an I.
The princess is lost. Is this from the Book of Goblins?
But
Not that I know of.
Well, sure looks like it could be.
You want me to read this one?
yes.
Once upon a time, in an ancient and deep forest, there lived a wise princess in a big wooden house. She'd made it through the woods and to that house, well, with nothing left but the clothes on her back and a single item from her old life, a splendid tiara. She lost almost everything in her desperate flight from the Mad Hunter. So who's the Mad Hunter?
The dog.
The dad. The trees...
Well, the twins dad. Stop it.
The trees tore the rucksack from her back and shredded her dress and left a pattern of red welts on her skin. But through it all, she clutched the tiara close to her chest, fearing any misstep could cause it to fall from her arms and broke. The tiara had its own spot in the big wooden house, a pillow near the window where sun would catch on its surface to shine and wink. The princess could stare. Can we turn that off, please? Or
Off?
down? Or it's very bright and it's causing me to not read very well.
Well, that's your excuse.
Thank you so much, Twink. Drink. The princess could stare for hours at the tiara, marvelling in its beauty and running her thumb down its curves. Every morning she would wake and she would tend to it, polishing its every surface to be sure it shone as brightly as it possibly could.
It's interesting.
Then she would pluck it up, place it upon her head, and walk the woods feeling somehow more complete. Because what, after all, was a princess without a crown? Every night she would place it upon its pillow, give it a quick kiss, and go to bed. On her way she would pause and glance back to be sure it was still there. She hated to be separated from it, but she knew it was safest on the pillow while she slept. Why? Surely it'd be safest on her head.
Okay.
Oh, mate!
One night,
Thank
the
you.
princess woke to a raging storm.
Drink.
The wind howled against the walls, rattling the windows in their panes. Fearing a gust might burst open a window and blow the tiara to the ground, she plucked it from its pillow and brought it to bed with her. All through the night, she held the tiara close.
Tarara.
Tarara.
She held a
And
tarara.
then in the morning, she woke to find herself still cradling it.
Surely that is
The
the safest.
storm had passed and the princess relaxed. That day
That day was the same as any other, though she perhaps gave the tiara an even more thorough cleaning, grateful as she was that nothing had gone wrong.
That night, she placed the tiara upon its pillow, gave it a quick kiss,
I have a tiara.
and went to bed. I put you on my head.
Pausing on her way to be sure it was
Still there. In the morning, she woke and sensed immediately that something was wrong. In the living room, the tiara lay upon the ground, broken,
Told you.
dull and faded. Nothing else in the room had changed. The pillow was exactly where she had left it. The window was closed. There had been no storm, no wind, no sign that anything at all could have gone amiss. Only the broken tiara, sorry I breathed in and there was a burp, mute upon the ground. She picked it up and held it in her arms with a guttural cry, but though she tried to fix and polish it, it was gone
Beyond repair and no shine left. What is a guttural
Is
cry?
the tiara a baby?
Potentially. What is a guttural cry?
Like deep within, like.
But I don't understand why she left. Oh, like after it was born.
I don't know.
Yes, babe, on a pillow, and check that it was there, safer than in her bed. Oh shit.
The princess held the tiara through the day and through the night, sitting in the same spot. Yeah, it's definitely a baby at the window where she used to polish it. Is polishing like feeding and loving. When the sun rose, she looked outside and her gaze fixed on a sapling. She remembered how the sapling had survived the winter, clinging to life despite the frozen, unforgiving earth. Without a word, she went out and buried the tiara in the ground beneath the sapling, and as the final scoop of dirt fell, the tiara felt truly gone, and with it the final link to her old self. She could only go forward and find a new place for herself in this world where she was no longer truly a princess in a tiara and a beautiful gown, but a one woman, alone in a deep and ancient wood. And that was how the princess lost
her most precious treasure
and her title. Oof.
Ouch.
Right, so we read that one.
Wow, that's very deep.
And that was how the princess lost her most precious treasure and her title. That was the story she read us that night.
God, it makes sense now.
Yeah, she got pregnant.
Leo.
And
O-L-E.
she ran away to start a new life.
O-L-E?
We've not done all of them yet.
And then she made her way to Delos Crossing, where she was finally happy. But then the baby died.
And is buried under a sapling tree?
Did nobody wonder where the baby
she
went?
must have felt. She left everything behind, built a whole new life for him, and then he was just gone.
I guess having us helped her move on. But when it looked like we were going to be taken away, she snapped.
This
She
is a
just
shrine, yeah.
Couldn't lose any more children. It really wasn't anything we did.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do with all this.
I don't either, but all I wanted was to understand what happened to her. And now I do.
Yeah. But we still haven't seen what's in that chest.
Keep going. Let's keep going. Oh my god. Let's keep going.
I think we have to do the name. I think you're right about the name.
Okay, so how do we open it?
Examine it. Let's have a look.
The princess lost her most precious treasure. That's why it all happened.
I still can't wrap my head around it.
There she finally found happiness. So are these, what are these other puzzles for?
I don't think we do this right now.
Because we've not done that one. The old bear's gifts for the princess.
But we're being directed, so we should do it in...
Yeah, or this one. The very old beaver's repair list.
Are these...
The crafty goblin's good deeds.
I don't know if they're puzzles though. They don't look like they've got doors, like the big ones.
And the crafty goblin's loots. That they are.
Click on it then.
Why are these pictures from the Book of Goblins here?
They're just pictures.
I don't know.
Do the box.
Tyler, we're not done with this one.
Yeah.
See.
Okay, I was just checking because I didn't want to miss out on the opportunity
No,
to
I
do
know,
them.
but they're guiding
Right.
us.
Should be easy enough.
So L.
Yes.
Yeah, well done, babe.
Damn.
Oh.
Whoa.
Did it just get darker in here?
Yes.
Ollie. She noticed.
Dear Alison and Ollie, we write stories
How
to
was your son?
understand and be understood. But what good is a story without a first act? I'm sorry I kept mine from you for so long. All my love, goblins.
Why does she have a photo of that tree locked in here?
That's where the baby is buried.
Yeah. Oh.
Is that?
Leo Ronan.
Why didn't she tell us about him? Why didn't she tell us any of this?
I mean, it's fucking terrible. That's why. Allie, did we do the right thing opening this?
We did. It's better we know what happened, even if it's hard. And there's one more thing we need to see.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Sending love, sweets. You do what you need to do. Yes,
Come on.
Notorious Queer. It's very
Let's
sweet
go to
that
the
she
dock.
did use his chosen name.
It's time to finish this.
There was something else in the box though.
Hey, now that we're done with the important stuff,
There's a baby
you
blanket.
take a crack at these.
Baby blanket?
Okay.
Why did he say it so surprised?
Yeah. Okay. So that's when we do these tiny ones. Yes?
The very old beaver's repair list.
That's the story where the princess's
House gets damaged by the storm.
The beaver fixes the house. It was that one.
But it wasn't called
No,
the...
Storm Shook the House. The titles are a bit different.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I remember it was different on the other one as well. Magic Mia!
Oh,
Four
bless
months.
you.
Wowie laughing face.
Thank you
Oh,
so much.
Thank you so much. On a 3-month little streak, your little sweet potatoes growing sweet. Thank you.
Nice.
Oh. Ooh, okay.
Okay.
house gets damaged by a storm and the animal.
Ugh.
This one?
Yeah. Once upon a time in an ancient and deep forest there lived a wise princess in a big wooden house. One night a particularly violent storm shook the house. It shook the shingles on the roof and the planks in the walls. It even shook the beams on which the house stood, blowing the whole thing near to the ground. The princess hid in a closet, fearing the house would come down on her as she slept. In the morning the house was still standing, but it was badly damaged. The storm had blown shingles off the roofs and planks off the walls and even bent a post upon which the house stood. The first two things she could fix, but the last concerned her. What will I do? Despaired the wise princess, for though she knew many things, she did not know how to fix the big wooden house. Just then the old bear came by to see if the princess had any trouble in the storm. When he found her nailing planks back into place, he said, "Stop, princess, let me do that for you." "I'm happy to do it," said the princess, "but if you want to help with the roof, you may." Could you read now?
When the pair were done with the roof and the walls, they examined the bent support post. "I could throw my body against it," said the old bear. "I am very large." He stretched up onto his hind legs, being sure the princess could appreciate how very large he was, then charged straight at the post. He threw his body against it with an impressive thud. The impact moved the post, but too far, and it ended up bent in the other direction. The wise princess decided more precision was needed. She thought then of the very old beaver, who kept an excellent crafted dam. Perhaps she can help. She went looking for the very old beaver and found the industrious animal hard at work, slapping down mud on a part of her dam that had been blown apart in the storm. Most of the structure was unharmed, because the beaver was very good at building things. The princess knew she had come to the right place. "Beaver," she said, "my house was damaged in the storm. Would you help me fix it?" "I believe I could do that, yes," said the very old beaver, and she paused at fixing her own den to follow the princess. That's very kind of her. The very old beaver examined the big wooden house as his carol and nodded. "It'll be an easy fix," she said, and she set about righting the posts with loud slaps of her tail. When she was done, the wise princess stroked the beaver's head. "Thank you, beaver," she said. The wind blew the shingles off the roof and the planks off the wall. What is happening? Clicky! No!
Hey!
Oh my goodness! Clicky raided us?
Welcome,
we had an
raiders.
unwholesome raid! Bless you. Let's take a step away
Unwholesome.
from this story to say thank you to our beautiful little raiders. Oh my goodness, Click. Thank you, sweetheart. How you
Welcome
doing?
in, everybody.
Did you have a good stream? What were you getting up to? Thanks everyone for the follows. You're all so kind. Clicky gang, clicky gang, clicky gang, clicky gang.
No. Oh my god.
Bless you all. Welcome to Sweet Potato Community. Thanks again, Click. You're so kind.
We like potatoes.
Sure.
We're playing.
Okay.
Tell me why. What were you all
We
playing?
let us know what you were playing. Thank you so much, X Straight.
Hey, Game Broadway. He did
Hey.
Photoshops and Phasmo.
Ooh.
Photoshops. Why does that sound like it was probably very funny?
But also Phasmo. Terrifying.
Oh,
Terrifying.
thank you, Silvery. We're going
Thank
for
you.
like bi vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is our vibe. Clee's just like. So we are playing Tell Me Why. You have joined us at it's a really dark
It's an
storyline. I'm not
intense-
gonna lie. We are
yeah.
trying to find out why our mother killed herself, and sorry, just loading it on you, and who our dad is. Tell me why he ain't nothing but a heartbreak. Is that what you meant, Elro?
No, but the title isn't that, is it?
A Smurf
TV.
TV
Okay.
train.
You
I was
forgot the words.
I was doing it in rhythm, babe.
I was like, that is a long pause.
I also found out that Shatner is an old white man. You're welcome, stream. So, that's what's happened. The mother, Marianne...
Seemed to attack one of her children. So in self-defense, one of the children, she had twins, one of them killed her.
I
Yes,
said that,
I
Archwizard.
know.
I was just thinking, why did I say that? No, she died. Actually, we killed her. We're trying to figure out
We're
why she
playing as
died
the twins.
and what her storyline is. And it turns out that she
We're doing a
had
great
another...
job at this.
So good. She had another baby. And the baby...
She lost the
died.
baby.
Yeah. And we're trying to figure out who our dad is. That's what we missed on Glee.
Yeah.
So we're trying to
The
do
dad
some,
does
like...
not seem to be very nice. And we're just trying to figure out the past.
Possibly
Oh.
has one hand.
Also,
we're not sure.
the main character is a trans man called Tyler.
Yes, super inclusive
Trans
here.
representation.
Super LGBT plus friendly. So happy thoughts was sure, Silvery Soul. Yeah, she's also the mum before she passed left a book with lots of cryptic stories, and we've gone into her loft, which is not the innuendo that it sounds like, and there are puzzles, and the puzzles are leading to
Yeah.
clues. So we're reading the stories to listen to to try and work out the
To
puzzles.
solve the puzzles.
To find out who our daddy is. That is the
Mhm.
plan. Tyler does have cool hair. He does enjoy
You're a
kissing
kissing boy.
one specific boy whilst fishing. Is he a gay trans man, Elro? Potentially. We don't know Tyler's sexuality, but he's certainly currently having a flang with our good friend Michael. Alright, shall we continue?
Yes.
Big brains, no spoilers if you've played this before. New lovely sweet potatoes, welcome. After an innuendo, it is now demi-sweet. But feel free to backseat game. You're welcome to backseat game. Who doesn't enjoy kissing boys, really?
I'm sure there are some
Where is
people.
the line? no, I'm
Let's help her
sure
fix it.
Yeah.
many
What
lesbians
did they do to fix it
would
again?
would say otherwise. Right, here we go. So, Beaver, Dam.
So they had to
We were
fix,
just reading the
they had
story.
to fix the post, shingles on the roof.
And the planks,
And
on,
planks
the
on the
Hang on.
walls.
So the wind blew the shingles off the roof, the planks off the walls, and even bent this post. Now, thanks to you, I still have a home. Think nothing of it, said very old Beaver, who returned to work on her own den once again. Right. That winter, the very old Beaver grew ill, very ill. She was not able to... Thanks for the follow, everyone.
Switch screen.
Sorry. We're professionals. Sure. What? When the princess... Very ill. She was not able to fix her den nor to gather food. When the princess found out, she set about delivering meals to the beaver. She bought stews of corn and beans and baskets full of bark and twigs from the beaver's favourite aspen.
One
think she'd
day,
send her a good
the wise
cake
princess noticed
or a
that the
steak.
beaver's den had begun to fall apart. She set about
Potatoes.
fixing it, and though she was not as talented as the
beaver's
very
cow.
old beaver, let's call her Vob, the fix kept the creature warm and dry. Thank you, said the Vob. Of course, said the princess. You helped me when the storm blew my house near to the ground. Thanks to you, I still have a house, and I am happy to do the same. The princess continued to nurse the Ob until the day she came to
She's
the
now
dam,
Ob. She's no longer a Vob.
and the forest was still. No
No
birds
birds
sang, no branches rustled, no small thing skittered within the underbrush. Oh, said the princess, staring sadly at the old dam, for she knew the Ob had passed on. Goodbye, my friend. And that is how the very old beaver saved the big wooden house, and how the wise princess repaid her kindness.
Oh, Carol sounds cute. I agree. Maybe Carol seemed to help maybe with the baby, maybe just with the house. And, oh goodness.
Okay, so what we need to figure out is...
Milo, don't you get over here. Up.
Windows weren't fixed. It was the beam.
It was, no, it did have to be happened on order. Shingles. What's a shingle?
No, they talk about the beam first. I don't think it's in order, though.
No, she said. The shingles. They did the shingles. And they did the planks.
She fixed the roof shingles.
The planks.
Fixed the planks.
And then
She
the beam.
fixed the planks that were blown off the walls.
And the beam.
She slapped the post with it.
There we go.
Yeah!
We found another letter. There is so much to
must have
read.
been rough on Eddie.
Big brains,
Yeah.
big brains, big brains.
Yeah.
It's the beaver
He doesn't
from
really like to
metaphor
talk
as
about it.
well.
Huh?
Wait,
No, Shaaba.
sorry.
don't-
Were you being serious?
No.
Good. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Why are you being mean?
Is the beaver a metaphor?
You know the difference
Don't
between...
make me spell it out
There's
for
the
you.
difference between metaphor and innuendo. Okay? Yeah?
Okay, carry on.
Dear Marianne, you cover your ears every time I try to have this conversation with you, so I thought I'd have a better chance doing this in a letter. I know you don't like
This
saying
sounds like
goodbye,
the dad.
so I'll keep my melancholic rambling short and sweet. I want to thank you with all my heart for taking
Oh.
care of me for these past... It's Carol.
Carol, the
For these
Vob.
past few months. I can't even imagine how exhausting it must have been for you to look after a sick old lady when you also have 2 small children at home. I know you want me to keep fighting this disease and hoping for recovery, but it's always been great strength of mine to know when it's time to let go, and that time has come. I'd like to ask you for one last favour. Please take care of Eddie after I'm gone. My poor boy puts on a brave front ever since his father died, but I know he's in pain. I would be so much more at peace knowing he still has family. Maybe he could teach the kids how to fish. He loves spending time with them. Thank you for the warmth and the peace you brought to my life. Give the kids a kiss from me, will you? Carol, a.k.a. Fob.
Carol.
Carol.
AKA Ob. AKA the non-innuendo beaver.
Where did she go? Over here. Okay, now we have to do another one. This is what the game is right now.
I love it. I love puzzles. Let's go.
The crafty goblin's good deeds.
Go.
Of course.
Oh, another
the
story.
goblins had to
Oh
The
my
goblins
god.
had to have
help out
what?
the creatures of the forest to pay off their debt to the pelican.
So the pelican
Well, what did they do?
is...
You know, I
Tessa.
don't really remember.
Ah. So we done that one.
Which one is it that we're doing
I'm just
now?
trying to see which ones we've done.
I don't know. I want to find the one that we need to do right now. Do you not want to find out?
I'm looking at the titles to try and find the one.
But
The pelican helps her friends.
you don't know. Because you didn't look properly.
What
The
do you mean?
crafty goblin's good deeds.
Yeah.
Thank you. But that's not good deeds, that's just them saving the beaver.
Yeah, but that's cute because that means the kids saved
Carol.
Bob. Carol. Which one? Imagine it's this one.
I don't know.
Ob Vob. Vobob. 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 Oh, yeah, see, that would have made more sense. Thank you, Tom. Something to do with the pelican. So it's either this one or this one.
It was the... Find something with a beehive.
Maybe. Or a hug or a help or a... Okay,
Okay.
let's try and find it. The pelican. I'm looking for the word beehive. Okay, just read
You
it.
want something with... No, go to the next page. There's nothing there. It might be the other one. Ah, food from her beak. Okay, right, let's try it.
Once upon a time, in a deep and ancient forest, an early winter storm blanketed everything in snow. It was so early in the year that the creatures of the forest were not yet ready for an ordinary winter, much less a bad one. Winter is common. And everyone agreed the storm was a sign. The Ice King, winter really is coming, has plans for a long, cold Winter is coming. The princess had grown up in a kingdom where it was sunny all year long, and the goblins were very young, so no one in the big wooden house knew how to prepare for such winter. The house was not well insulated, and they did not have enough fuel or food. Only the pious pelican noticed their plight, and when it came to fly south with the other birds, her heart was heavy with sadness. What can I do, she thought. I'm a migratory bird, and if I would stay, who would look after my flock? The time came to go, and the pelican struggled to take flight. It felt as though a leaden weight was stuck right in the centre of her chest. What can I do, she thought. I'm a migratory bird, and if I would stay, who would look after my flock? She said that twice.
She managed to take off, but only just barely, flapping fiercely to catch up with the other birds. As the pious pelican began her journey, the storm picked up, battering her to and fro.
Oh, okay. Apparently I'm a pelican now.
She had fallen well behind the flock, and she was already growing tired. But for all her challenges in the air,
I don't need to do one for every single one.
she could tell things were much worse on the ground. A deep freeze had settled over the
Is that
forest.
the noise a pelican makes?
A deep freeze had settled over the forest.
I'm the pelican, not the freeze.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the freeze.
Okay, thanks. The leaden weight in her chest grew heavier as she thought of the princess and the goblins. What can I do, she thought. I don't know about a flock. The storm intensified.
Again, I am
and the pelican was in a total whiteout.
Happy?
Mate.
She knew
She should have despaired, but all she could feel was the weight which had grown and grown until she thought she might drop out of the sky. She had felt called to help the princess and the goblins, but she had ignored it.
I should have
stayed, she thought.
It was the right thing to do, and now I'm lost with no way to make it right. Suddenly she was plucked from the sky and deposited in the hall of the Ice King. Pelican, he said, you were flying in circles around my mountain. I was lost, she said, weighed down by the weight of guilt in my heart. The Ice King stared at her sagely. Is it guilt, or is it something else? Open your beak. He reached down inside of her. Don't act that out. Pulling out a glowing stone. The pious pelican was surprised at how it filled her with warmth, chasing away cold and her doubt. You know what you must do, said the Ice King. The pious pelican flew straight to the big wooden house. Snow had already blown in through its many cracks, and ice crept across the floorboards. She found the princess and the goblins huddled in front of the quiet hearth, nearly frozen solid. No, she cried, and then she placed the stone in the princess's lap. The warmth of it spread through the whole of the house.
Not sure if this is right.
Melting all that had frozen, the princess threw her arms around the pelican's chest, and the goblins clung to her legs. Thank you, they cried. You're welcome, said the pelican, smiling in deep satisfaction. What is that? asked the princess, staring at the wonderful stone at first. Said the pelican, I thought it was my guilt, but when I pulled it out of me, I realised it's something much more powerful. Just then the storm broke and the skies cleared. The pelican filled the big wooden house larder with food from her beak, and she then lifted the skies, lightened by the knowledge that through her charity, everyone in the big wooden house would be warm and fed until spring. And that's the story of how pious pelican saved the wise princess and crafty goblins from long winter.
Read the goblin one. No, don't do that. Read the one about the goblins helping.
I don't want to read another
I'll
one,
read it.
please. It's the other one with the pelican symbol.
Once upon a time... Oh, she changed the story. Once upon a time, in a deep and ancient forest, there lived a pair of crafty goblins in a cave below a big wooden house. They lived with a what?
Sorry.
She just vomed up half-digested fish
into their larder. You're welcome.
There lived a pair of crafty goblins in a cave below a big wooden house. Be a cave below a big wooden house. Thank you. They lived with a wise princess who shared as much food with them as she was able, but it was never quite enough.
This left the goblins hungry.
Very hungry, always hungry. You're hungry.
Hungry.
One
That's
day,
you,
as they
you
were
are a
out
goblin.
foraging for food,
Don't do that.
the pious pelican landed on a rock and dumped a smorgasbord from her beak. A smorgasbord of chewed up
Which
fish.
the goblins knew was magic and never
emptied. There were king crabs in red, blue, gold, and scarlet. Veiny blue shrimp.
If that
Pink.
ain't an innuendo, I don't know what is.
Pink shelled scallops. Oblong brown clams, purple shiny spiny urchins, and even one prickly red sea cucumber. The food just kept coming. They watched as the pelican ate one clam and then took a nap. Oh, okay.
Do you think she'd mind if we just took a little? Asked one goblin to the other. Her beak never empties. She won't possibly miss a couple crabs, said the second, licking her lips. They were agreed, and so they crept over, filched some crabs, and
This doesn't sound right. And this doesn't sound right.
Is this the right story?
I don't know.
Wait, say cucumber again, Jamie.
Cucumber again, Jamie. The goblins scarfed the
Said
crabs,
cucumber. You
but
did.
when they finished, they
found they were still hungry.
That's
She went
where it was.
a handful of shrimp, said one goblin to the other. The goblin scarfed the shrimp, but when they finished, they found that they were still hungry. Maybe also a few scallops, said one
Scallops.
goblin to the other. The goblin scarfed the...
Scallops.
But when they were finished, they found that they were still hungry. They went back for...
clams.
And then...
Urchins.
And finally, even the sea...
Cucumber.
You said it normally that time. Finally, they were not hungry, but there was also nothing left. Just then, the pelican woke up. What happened to my food? She asked. Unable to lie about it, the goblins confessed their crime. The pelican was dismayed, but she was a charitable-hearted bird, and she could tell the crafty goblins were growing little creatures. Goblins, said the pious pelican. I'll share my food with you, but you must in return follow my example and be as generous with others as I am with you. Take that to heart, and I will have considered your debt paid. But we have nothing to give, said the goblins. You have your nimble hands and your crafty brains and your loving hearts, said the pelican. The crafty goblins realised how much they had to give, and for the rest of the day they looked for ways to help other creatures of the forest. I was like, it's my boob. They found the stalwart moose struggling with an itchy, hard-to-reach spot on his back, and so they climbed upon it, to give it a good scratching.
Getting your itchy
Next,
spot.
they helped the old bear, who they could not get the honey out of a narrow beehive. This was the right story.
Okay.
Sorry, so let's pay attention. Crafty goblins realised how much they did. Okay, so...
Moose, itchy back.
Yes. Then, bear... to get the honey out of a narrow beehive. They climbed up the top of the tree with the hive and dropped it, cracking it open. Finally, they found the princess
They gave
crying
her a
over
hug.
a loss she wouldn't speak about, so they wrapped their little arms around her in a great big hug and stayed until she felt
That looks
better.
like bug.
When they were done, they returned to the pious pelican. Did it feel good being as generous as I am, Master Pelican? It did, said the goblins. I'm glad, said the pelican. We all have problems that we can't solve on our own, but if everyone goes about with generosity in their hearts, then there's always someone on hand to help, but we all must commit to do so, or there may be no one there to help you when you need it. This made sense to the goblins, and they thanked the pious pelican for her food and the lesson. Of course, by this time they were hungry again, and that remained an ongoing problem until the day at Stalwart Moose taught them how to fish, but that is another story. That's how the pious pelican forgave the crafty goblins, and how she taught them charity. I like that pelican.
Moose,
I want to
itchy
be a
back.
pelican.
Bear, honey.
Hug.
Princess, hug.
Yes, Archwizard.
So-
The boo protects the heart.
Scratch.
They gave the stalwart moose a good scratch on the back. They broke open the beehive for the bear.
And
Yeah.
They hugged the princess when she was crying.
yeah.
Yum.
Our lives would have been so different if their friendship hadn't gone to shit.
The Pelican Crossing. There's so much
So
to
much
read.
reading. It's
The
not always like
Pelican
this, I
Crossing
swear.
is a specialty gift boutique located near the O'Shea Glacier, catering to Gastineau Channel tourists. What is this? As well as Dallas Crossing locals. We're specialised in assortment of high-quality products, from home accessories, handmade souvenirs to personalised apparel and locally made art. The Pelican Crossing will be the
Oh, it's
first
a
store to
store.
act as a relay between the buzzing arts and craft scene and
Cute.
customers. In addition to a wide array of novelty handcrafted products, the consumer will enjoy friendly and knowledgeable customer service from the Vecchi store co-owner
Ooh.
Tessa Vecchi and an upcoming artist,
Oh, they were
Mary Ann
going to do
Ronan.
it together. They
The
were going to
business-
create this
yeah.
place.
This business plan is prepared to obtain finances in the amount of $20,000 to purchase inventory and help cover expenses in the first year of operations. In year 1, the Pelican Crossing plans to break even, and in year 2, we plan to generate a moderate profit.
Wow.
Working on the executive summary part of the business plan, what do you think,
Cute.
Tessa?
They were really good friends then.
Yes.
Fucking hell, if they were going to plan... Sorry, bloody hell, if they were going to plan a... I don't know why I just
Okay.
apologise for swearing.
Look around.
Open a shop
Where's
together.
Alison?
That's a lot
This
of
one.
love. Yo. Okay.
The old bear's gifts for the princess. I'm totally blanking on that story.
Go.
What did he give her again?
Why don't we open up the book and check?
Go to the tab.
The bear and the princess.
Maybe that.
The bear's big paws.
Oh, the bear's got big paws.
Mm-hmm. There's only 2 about the bear.
Okay.
So
Maybe big paws. The old bear was looking for a snack. What? We want something about her. Was it her birthday?
is it this one?
Let's just find a bit.
Oh, you read this one.
Find gifts. After that day, the princess would occasionally.
Once upon a time in the ancient
But
deep
we
forest, the
just
old
need
bear
to know the
stood on the
gifts.
bank of the river, swiping at salmon on the way. No, we need to read that they put effort into the story. We need to understand the story.
Okay.
Right? Go. We'll do it sentences at a time. Swiping at salmon on the way to the spawning grounds.
Just as he'd got his paw on a particularly fat one, he heard a woman shouting for help.
Oh, it did actually say that. Okay. He considered simply eating his salmon, but then she screamed again and he lumbered over to investigate.
After a short walk,
You gotta do better.
he found the princess clinging to the top of the tree while the wolf snarled and snapped at the base of the tree.
The old bear would normally not get in the middle of such a situation.
After all, as a fellow predator, he understood the wolf's need to hunt.
But when he saw the princess, he was struck by her beauty and he knew he had to help. This is
With
Sam.
a great roar, the bear heaved into his hind legs, rising to his full height.
The wolf snapped and snarled in his direction, but the bear roared again. And the wolf took off into the trees, tail between his legs. That's how he did it.
You sound like the Owen Wilson of bears.
Wow.
The old bear fell back down onto all fours and stared up at the princess.
She regarded him fearfully.
You can come down, he said.
How do I know you didn't save me just so you could eat me yourself?
Asked the princess. Question mark.
I suppose this is a fair question, admitted the old bear, but I promise I won't eat you. You dick.
The princess had no reason to trust the old bear, except that he had kind eyes, and so
Aw.
she slowly made her way down the tree.
When she reached the ground, the bear only watched her, and so she supposed she was not going to be eaten today.
Thank you, she told the old bear.
Of course, he said. Can I walk you back with you back to your home?
Of course, said the
And
princess.
so the princess and the old bear walked together through the forest back to the big wooden house.
After that day, the princess would occasionally find gifts from the bear, a fresh caught salmon, a handful of ripe berries, and newly bloomed bluebell.
One spring, when a sudden thaw flooded the path out of the princess's home, the old bear was there and she rode his back across the river.
The old bear began to think that the princess should be his mate.
After all, she had no mate, and she needed one, and he could keep her warm and provide her a much more suitable den and catch fish for her and protect her from wolves. This is a very cis
She,
het.
in turn, would brush out his fur and pick berries without smooshing half of them, and scratch that one part of his back he couldn't reach.
It's so annoying.
And with how she took care of the goblins, she would be an excellent mother for his cubs. Wow, this is intense.
She was really thinking about being in a relationship with
Yeah.
Sam. One day the old bear came with a ring of spruce and asked the princess to be his bride. I'm sorry, said the princess. You're a very good friend, and I appreciate all
He
you've done for me,
proposed to her.
but I cannot marry you.
You're a bear, I'm a princess, it would never work.
The old bear was crushed.
Can we still be friends?
He asked.
We will always be friends, said the princess, but I will never marry you.
The old bear and the princess carried on their friendship, and after 1 year he tried again to ask her to be his bride. But once again she refused him. This happened 1 year later, and 1 year after that.
And then finally the princess said, Old bear, you are my dear friend, and I appreciate all you have done for me, but I would sooner you have left me to the wolves than marry you, and that is how it will always be.
I have my hands full with the 2 goblins who live under my house, and they're all I need.
That wounded the old bear deeply, but it was finally enough to stop his proposals.
They remained friends, and he continued to give her gifts of fresh salmon and ripe berries and newly bloomed
Salmon,
bluebells.
berries, bluebells, but the old bear never asked the princess to be his bride, much as he might have wanted to.
Sam.
It was a bit weird to just keep.
What'd he do?
Salmon, bluebells,
What be you?
berries. That must be the salmon because there's only one in the water.
What is that?
I don't know. I think that's the bluebell.
Salmon?
That's the berry.
Fresh caught salmon?
Try that one.
Some roses,
No.
maybe? Or not.
No.
Hazelnuts. Or not. A handful of ripe berries?
Uh-huh.
Berries and bluebells.
A newly bloomed bluebell?
There we go.
Nice.
Damn!
Yeah, right.
Wilson's
Just couldn't let
affairs.
go.
Oh.
Sorry for the note under the door like a prison inmate. You okay? I stopped by and rang a couple times this week, but you didn't answer. I could see the light
Jenny,
and the
how you doing?
hayloft, so I figured you were in but didn't want to talk. I hope I didn't ruin everything. I know I probably came on kind of strong, but the thing is, I don't know how to talk to a woman like you. You are strong and kind, and you know so much. It's hard for me to know how to keep up. I guess all that went to my head, but I want you to know I got the message and I'm going to get out of your hair now, and there doesn't need to be any bad feelings. We can pass in the street and say hello or not. It's okay. P.S. I noticed your car was leaking, so I put some sealant in there. You might need to take it to the shop though. Let me know if you want me to come with you, because sometimes these guys try to rip you off. If not, no big deal. Sam.
That awkward moment Notorious Queer says when you propose to a woman when you have a wife.
Oh god, yeah, he does, doesn't he? Or he did.
Crafty goblin's loot.
Probably
It's from
Jamie
the
Elroy.
Princess and the Two Thieves. I drew the original.
And I distinctly remember drawing that cake, which is arguably the best part of that illustration.
All right, Picasso. And you probably remember what the goblins stole in that story, huh?
Go.
I forgot what she said it was called.
The crafty goblin's loot.
Which
Maybe
one
this
is
guy?
it? It's one with a cake in it. This does not have a cake.
Cake. Cake.
Oh, is it one about the princess and the two thieves, maybe?
Ah!
Go back to the tab. Dun, dun, dun.
Ha! Thanks, friends.
Yeah, there's the cake. Oh, I'm so fed up with reading these.
Once upon a time in an ancient and deep forest there lived a wise princess in a big wooden house. The house was built from the strong wood of the forest and it kept the princess warm and safe. The princess was not a native of the forest, but she never spoke about where she had come from, for it made her cry. She did not have many friends, but that was how she liked it. The forest was big and deep, and many passed led to her house, but not many visitors passed by. The princess was happy to be left alone in the big house in the deep forest. She knew that the forest would provide for her, but that its generosity had to be respected, so she only took what she needed, and for a long time life was just fine with the princess in the big wooden house. Go.
One winter day, when snow blanketed the earth and ice bent the trees low, the wise
Thanks for
princess
the follow,
realised that food was disappearing from her house. It was not much at first, only a few fruits and nuts and eggs vanishing during the night. Maybe it's the birds, she said, or the mice, and for a time the princess was okay with losing some food, for the winter was long and little creatures needed to eat too. But then small items started to disappear as well, spoons and plates, forks and knives, and blankets. It was as if every time she was in one part of the house something disappeared in another room. That can't be birds or mice, said the princess. I think I have a thief.
So
So she
went
went
outside.
outside
Go on.
to look for
I was
traces
gonna
in
do
the
one
snow
piece each.
and noises in the wind, but there was nothing to be found nor to be heard. That's strange, said the princess. Maybe the thief is hiding inside my house. For many days she hunted, looking behind the curtains and under the bed, in the attic and the chimney, behind the poles and under the carpets, but she found nothing. And as she searched, food kept on disappearing night after night. I will make a cake, frowned the princess, a big cake with every egg and fruit and nut I have, so that I only have one thing to keep my eye on. She spent the whole day making the cake and using everything she had left.
The cake she made was so big she could hardly carry it. If I manage to protect the cake, I'll be able to survive the long winter, she said. So she added a lock to the oven and she kept the big cake safe inside. But the next morning the lock had been opened and the cake had disappeared. At first the princess cried because the cake was the last of her food until the snow melted. But then she noticed 2 trails of tiny feet in the spilled flour and she followed the tracks to a hidden hatch in the floorboards.
This is how the princess realised that 2 tiny thieves were living. Oh yeah, because they went under, didn't they?
Yeah. Cute.
So
What did they steal first?
they were stealing fruit and nuts.
First.
Yeah,
Maybe they took some of the princess's fruit?
and nuts.
There's no.
Is that nuts?
No, they're sweets.
Eggs. They definitely took eggs.
Next.
I don't think the order matters.
Did they steal her clothes?
No, they stole a
Spoon?
spoon. Yeah.
What if they took some spoons?
What's that?
Flour?
Some flour for the cake, maybe?
No.
No.
Wait,
Eggs.
I'm pretty sure they stole some eggs.
There you go.
Cool.
That's it. I always wondered where
You
that
were
drawing
the
went.
best
She
mum
said
in
it
the
was her
world.
favorite, and then one day it just disappeared.
The prettiest princess.
That's adorable.
She made all this just to keep single
That.
pieces of paper. Okay.
Well, I guess it's not
Well, at
just
least
to
that
keep the
one
paper.
wasn't a long letter. Where's
It's to give
Alison
her
gone
kids the
now?
journey.
Where'd she go?
Wait, there's more.
No, but Alison is over here.
Yes, but what are these?
We'll come to them, I'm sure. Look at Alison.
She wants to go.
Ugh, fine, turn around.
I'm fine to go. I just
I don't
wanted
think
to know
these
what
do
they are.
anything. You've looked at them before.
Back in your pond, big frog.
Oh.
We'll let the mangy muskrat have his rock back. Gold Lady stays locked up in her castle. Here, the secret keeper, hiding secrets in the clouds. There
I
you
think
go,
we have all
stalwart
of them.
moose.
So we missed 2
Go on the other side.
on this side. Bollocks.
Moonhag's gotta be imprisoned in her lake. Mad hunter, always on the princess's trail. Crafty goblins go here. That's the pious pelican spot.
So we're missing 4
Mm.
in total. Damn! Sounds like we're missing the bear. I can't be bothered. I don't know what the other ones are. But we're missing 4.
Okay, let's
Should we
see.
go?
Yeah.
Go closer.
No, you need to look.
You really want to go? You sure we've seen everything?
What do you think?
I think we've done everything.
I think so too.
Either way, I'm ready
Those are the
for this to be
collectibles.
over.
Yes,
Me too.
How you doing, everyone? Cool. Up to that big puzzle session. That was fun though. Although my voice has done a lot of reading now.
What are we waiting for? I want to know who was here that night.
They're doing the memory.
Let's
She's
try
ready.
and remember who Marianne was arguing with.
Who's up, daddy? Ready? Remember, 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 remember. Who are you?
Almost.
That's Tom.
That is Becky.
No!
Tom? Tom Vecchi is our father?
Of course.
But she...
It had to be him.
Ah!
Tessa knew, didn't she?
Yeah, she must have. That's what she didn't want to tell us.
God,
But-
Marianne
but-
and Tom?
But...
I know.
Ugh. What should we do now?
Litter is clear, you were
Tom out
right.
here,
You
and
were
he can tell
right.
us what was going on.
I didn't think it was
And if he
possible
won't?
because
We know his secret.
Marianne
He
went
will.
to the...
Tom, it's Allison. We need to talk. We know it was you.
So who's the buyer?
Oh my god.
We didn't owe me, should we? Dun dun dun!
We're not done yet.
Dun dun dun.
I know.
You want an egg? Oh my goodness. Does that mean he's a mad hunter?
Let me take the lead on this. I know him better. I thought I did, anyway.
Sure. Whatever. As long as we get answers.
Does he come up at night?
Kids, listen.
You're our father.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Me neither, Elro.
You knew how bad it got out here. How little we had. Why didn't you help Marianne?
You mean all the money she wanted? Well, we didn't have anything to spare. Well, that winter was rough on everyone. You would have starved out here if not for all the free food we gave you.
Don't act like you had anything to do with that. That was all Tessa.
That's a cruel presumption, young man.
Wow.
Maybe it was Tessa's idea initially. But I supported it. And your mother was happy to live off our handouts.
Oh. Oh.
Oh yeah, because he was there that night.
Oh.
I want both.
Which one do we do, chat? Which one, sweet potatoes? You decide.
Oh.
Both. Do the drama. Which one's the drama? They're all drama. It's honestly half in chat right now. I don't know what to do.
Thanks for the poll.
Oh, poll. Yes, poll. I forgot we could do those. That's a great idea. Thank you. What are we going to do? Burn or drown? Burn or drown? Burn or drown? Vote, vote, vote. Cast your vote. Vote, 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 vote. We will do what you want to do. Oh my god, it's 50-50. What? More burns than drowns? What? Burn or drown? Great choice. What do we do? What do we do? Yes, Antique Hobbit. I would watch it. This has actually been very good. Like one of these like realism, you know, half in real life, half in Fantasyland. Burn, burn. Oh no! Now I get more drowns.
Nearly over. Looks like it's gonna be burn.
Do you remember? I don't remember what do you remember was? Burn? Okay, we're going with burn. Woof!
You tried to burn down our barn and knocked Tyler unconscious.
I never meant to hurt anybody. You weren't supposed to be home.
Doesn't excuse the fact that you didn't even stop to help.
What do you want me to say? I panicked.
You're a dick, Becky.
I was terrified that this whole thing was going to blow up in my face.
It will.
I had to do something.
Because we're gonna tell on you. What?
Oh, we can do both. Yeah?
Maybe?
There's a memory though.
Yeah, what does that mean?
But I can't do it.
Oh, where you speak to each other.
Ah. What should we do now?
Yeah?
So what do we do now?
We tell him he's gotta fix the mess he made, one way or another.
How about you let Marianne drown and then you have to make this right?
You were here that night. You saw Marianne and Tyler. Why didn't you help?
I know it wasn't my best moment, but she threatened my life.
So you just decided to let her drown?
I didn't decide anything. Everything happened so fast, I panicked.
Slimy.
By the time
Coward.
I got to town, Brown was already on his way out. It was...
You know those toys that you get? The ones that like were all like flippy floppy? That's him. He's one of those.
He's a flippy floppy.
He's a...
Nothing else I could do.
Shaaba.
Let's speak again.
No, it's just the same thing.
But maybe there's more if you do it about the barn and about Marianne.
Let go.
Hey. You hearing me?
Yep, sorry. I'm trying really hard to keep myself from punching him in the face.
Thanks, Pony, for
He's not
joining.
even the least bit sorry.
Antique Hobbit.
He could have seriously hurt you.
Yeah, he's just a fucking coward.
And then the other one. About Marianne.
Does he really expect us to believe there wasn't anything else he could have done that night?
I don't know, Allie. I'd rather not think about it.
Okay.
You failed us, Tom. You need to make it right.
I'll do whatever you want.
Go to prison.
As long as none of this gets out.
Excuse me?
You want me to pay for my mistakes? Fine. But please, Tessa can't know.
Tessa doesn't
Doesn't
know.
Kill her.
Tessa already knows, Tom.
No. That's impossible.
It never occurred to you the reason Tessa cut Marianne off was you?
Yeah, but
But she
why are they looking at each other like that?
never said anything. Oh, Lord.
You should try talking to your wife. Maybe if you had, we wouldn't be in this situation. And maybe Marianne wouldn't be dead.
Oh, come on. You of all people should appreciate how troubled Marianne was. She was unhinged. Something like this would have happened sooner or later.
He did both.
Oh. The top one.
Okay.
That was convenient for you, huh? You preyed on her because she was vulnerable. And you knew you could always blame it on crazy Marianne Ronan if you got caught.
It was nothing like that. Nothing at all. Your mother was a very pretty woman. And she'd been so many places and done so many things. The way I
So you
always
got a
thought
bat
I
in the
would.
cave.
I got caught up. Love made me a fool. Look, I made mistakes. But this will not go any further than the three of us.
Why? We know. Tessa knows. Marianne's dead. There's no point in hiding it anymore.
He's afraid it'll tank his campaign. Am I wrong?
Jesus, Tom.
I've kept your secret all these years. I don't want to go spilling it. But I will if I have to.
No worries,
Oh,
Tom.
that it was Alistair.
Yeah. Your little story about self-defense. I've never told anyone how Marianne really died.
Guess what? They know. We told Eddie.
No.
That night, I came out here because I was worried about your mother.
The nerve! The nerve! The ball! The ball!
Hmm? The ball.
Bledsoe Avenue ball.
Oh no.
Why did they do it? They made me do it. They made me do it. Why did they do it? This is his fault. This is his fault.
Good point, Hades.
Yeah, played.
Manhunter.
Yeah, who was she talking about saying they
I don't-
made me do it?
Don't know.
They made me do it. They made her do what? Ah. What?
Hmm. I'm not gonna hurt you.
No. No way.
What?
You're a fucking
Hey.
liar.
I saw
Coward.
what I saw.
You're manipulating us just like you manipulated her.
Tyler!
You're not listening to this, are you?
Be smart about this, Allison. Are you sure you want this to get out? You've got way more here to lose than he does. His name will be all but clear, but you'll be a killer. What will your uncle say?
He knows!
And Michael? Hmm? Well, the whole town might turn on you.
Oh, he's such a dick.
Don't touch her.
Yeah! Yeah! I mean, I don't condone violence.
You know I'm right.
Just get out of here, Tom. Tyler and I need to talk alone.
Just please, think twice before making any rash decisions. There are a whole lot of lives at stake here.
Leave us the fuck alone. And never come back.
Alison's eyebrows match her jumper. They're like red. Oof.
Allie, you okay? You didn't let that asshole get to you,
Oh,
did you?
notorious queer, yes, maybe.
Did you?
What if he's right? I've been having all these nightmares about that night, and they were a lot like how Tom said. And now, when I try to remember, that's all I can see.
He's trying to mess with your head,
He
and
is.
you're letting it work.
No, it's more than that. Ever since we started digging, I haven't been able to shake this feeling like something's off.
Something's off because he put this in your head.
What are you talking about?
Don't let him get away
Sorry,
with it.
antique of it.
He might not be lying.
Only 10 minutes left of the
We
stream.
keep getting
in case
things
that helps.
mixed up. We remember totally different versions of the past.
Those are just details. This isn't that. She was going to kill me.
I'm not so sure anymore, Tyler.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
She had a gun pointed at me.
Different
She
memories.
chased me. She said she was going to kill me.
We're gonna have to make a decision and choose one.
She threatened Tom with those exact same words. With the same gun, on the same pier. The thing you said to Eddie the other day got thrown back at me. Don't you think it's possible that happened here too?
Is the moral of this entire story not
Yes,
to trust
it's
your memories?
possible. Fuck.
Ugh.
I don't
I don't
know.
want to pick.
And we're never gonna know the truth, are we? Because the second you walk away from something, that's it.
Yeah.
I guess at this point, you
I'm
just
with you, Vlad.
have to decide what you believe.
Me?
Yeah. You need to start dealing, Allie. And that means coming to terms with whatever version of the past feels the most true to you. No more running. Whatever you choose, you gotta live with it, okay?
Oh no.
I don't want to do it. Go on.
gonna hurt you.
Why they called it Tom's version?
I'm going to kill you! I'm going to kill you! I'm not gonna hurt you.
Realistically,
See, do you know what? I was going to say I'm inclined to go with Tom's version. But
But-
now they've called it Tom's version.
it.
Why have they done that?
But there's different.
It says stick to your memory.
There's different ways. So the shotgun. Okay, this was all precipitated by her thinking her kids were going to get taken away. This was her reaction to it, right? So either memory is a plausible reaction from somebody.
Yeah.
Like,
but why
kind
did she
of-
have the gun? Who was she
well,
going
it's a
out
plausible reaction from her. So
But-
she
but-
either had the gun for herself because she couldn't cope with the idea of her children being taken away, or she was struggling so much that she was like, I don't want them to be taken away from me.
to... And so...
She was gonna do it, but I don't know. It
Oh,
definitely
no.
doesn't seem to be a trans thing. It wasn't because
Oh,
Tyler's
Antique
trans.
Hobbit, I think that's what... Is that what you're trying to say? The whole, like, murder-suicide type thing?
potentially.
Did I say Hatter?
Mad.
Sorry.
There's a poll.
I don't know. I don't know. Madras mum's okay. Oh. Or is Tom? But you also have to think about why people are saying some things. Is Tom just saying that because Tom is a slimy person? He's abusive, as we've seen. He is definitely trying to manipulate them, and so maybe that is something. I honestly don't think she was trying to kill Tyler.
Yeah, I just don't want to click on Tom's version.
And I don't. But maybe she could have been saying that because did she see him?
I'm going to kill you! I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm not gonna hurt you.
Bye, Asha. Thanks for joining. Yeah. I feel like they're maybe both incorrect. And she wouldn't have done all of that stuff in the loft for them to find if she was going to kill him. But maybe she was directing that I'm not going to kill you to someone else. I don't know. What should we do? What should we do?
I think, realistically, Alison is leaning on the side of going for Tom's version. So and chat voted for it as well. I think that's the one we should go for.
Okay. Though I will say, doing that is going to haunt Alison more.
I think either way it's going to haunt her.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
You have to hold it.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
Are you sure? Are you absolutely sure?
No, but I just, like, well, let's play this version.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
Okay, we'll play this
I'm
version.
gonna hurt you.
Jamie's holding the mouse down with me.
I don't want you to do it on your own.
We'll play it again. We'll play it again.
Allison, this isn't what.
But also, Alison wouldn't have
Going to kill
necessarily heard, I'm not going to hurt you.
herself.
Sorry?
Alison wouldn't have necessarily heard, "I'm not going to hurt you." She
You
was just
interrupted
running
her and
based on what she saw.
we got confused.
Are you sure?
Yes,
No. No!
that attic. Tyler, that was meant for us. It was her way of explaining what she was going through. I made a horrible mistake.
Hey, it's okay. I'm here.
But why was she walking out with a shotgun? Ah! Why? Why would she walk to the pier holding the shotgun towards her child? That makes no sense. Right, like if I saw my child there,
Hey, people
I
I
would
just
put the
found
gun down
downstairs.
and run towards them.
What do you think? Will it have aged well, or just gone bad? Where are you at right now?
I just keep hearing her say she wasn't going to hurt you. Over and over.
We were kids.
It was
You
10
freaked
years
out.
ago.
You weren't equipped to deal with that shit.
She was just talking to you.
Maybe.
And I killed her.
Stop.
I don't want to use our voice again. Ever.
What? Seriously?
I don't know. But I want to stop feeling like this. And I think we'll be better off without it.
Woof.
This morning, I kept getting these horrible visions. Of you and Marianne and Eddie.
Visions. Like our memories?
Yeah, but different. It was all my worst
Thanks for
thoughts
the follow.
brought to life. You were in my bedroom saying I abandoned you. Eddie called me a snake.
I'm sorry. I should have been there for you.
It's okay. I was the one who walked out. I just...
Really sorry. Just need to fix something very quick.
I can't let that happen again.
I don't think it will. Something's been pushing us to find answers. And now we have them. Maybe I'm wrong. And if it stays bad, we can stop. But I really want to keep what makes us us.
The Mad Hunter was forced to remain below the lake with the Moon Hag, but she did not kill him, because even reduced to just one hand, he was too useful a servant. Lo, he plotted
What do
the
you
day
think?
he would emerge,
Brothers and
to
sisters?
once again hunt the wise princess and earn back his left hand.
Always.
And that is the story of how the crafty goblins rescued the wise princess from the Mad Hunter.
Who's the buyer, though? Who is the buyer, though?
Who's the buyer? And also, does that mean that Tessa didn't give the conversion therapy book? Was all of that fallout and weirdness about Tessa because of Tom?
Dunno.
I appreciate many aspects of this game, but there are so many like confusing bits that's just not been very clear. Maybe, Tom, that the buyer was a red herring, not important to the story. Yeah, it doesn't feel complete. What is an epilogue? I've heard the word.
after bit.
Ooh. That's it, non-binary cookie. I'm pretty sure this is the end of the last episode. There's definitely only 3 chapters, right?
Tell me 2. Tell me why 2. Who's the buyer?
Do they
6
sell
months
cows?
later.
Does she move to Juneau? Does he go to Raven's Point? Did Sam recover? Where is Laura?
Ah.
Tyler's had a haircut.
Oh. Okay, good for him.
Tyler, your beautiful hair! Tell me why you'd buy that house.
One last look. I'm good to go.
The DLC where the buyer comes to the house, you have to turn around.
Oh, I don't want to walk around the house.
Hey, it's me.
Hey, me.
House is empty. I'm getting ready to head out. So, last chance. Is there anything you want me to do while I'm in town?
Listen, Ty, you're dropping off the keys with Tina, right?
Yep, gonna leave them at her office on my way to the ferry.
Well,
Can't do
that's
anything
it
now.
then.
How's Juno?
Heard about Tom?
Oh, yeah.
I wanna know.
Yeah, Tom.
I wanna know about Tom.
Did you see the article I sent you about Tom losing the election?
Oh, boring.
Yes,
We're
I
good.
saw your message right before Derby practice, so I didn't have time to read it. But I did cackle at the headline.
Did you picture Tom's face whenever you went in for a block?
No, but that is a great idea.
Anyways, I'm glad Tessa finally left his ass.
Hmm.
Karma's a bitch.
How's Juno?
Yeah.
Yeah,
How are
we'll
you?
ask everything. Okay.
How are you?
Good, actually. Really good. You?
Same. You know, emptying the house really cleared my head out.
Thanks for doing that. The observatory really needed me this week. And after everything that happened, I just felt like I needed to keep some miles between me and Delos Crossing.
No worries.
Hey,
You
we've
still
been
loving
going
your
a proper
therapist?
circle.
Gail, yes. I was
Stop it.
actually just doing some letter writing she assigned me as homework. It really helped me get some perspective.
That sounds awesome.
And how's Juno?
How's Juno?
Big and full of people, even without tourists.
Yeah, Michael.
Michael's been writing up rules for the apartment. I need your support against his whole food policy.
Just refuse to sign anything until I get there.
Okay, so he's still
Okay.
moving in with them.
Okay, but you better hurry. If he gets his way, we'll only have one small shelf for junk food.
What? Heresy. I'm gonna need like twice that just for snack cakes after my surgery next month.
Oh,
I know, right? This cannot stand.
I gotta go.
Okay, I'm gonna hang up now.
See you tonight.
Okay, I'm gonna take one last walk through the house and then head to the ferry.
Drive safe.
Pretty sure that's the only way possible in the old Allison mobile.
Love you, Tyler.
Love you.
We're gonna start at the back of the room.
Bag of the room, bag of the room.
Can I do this bit?
Yeah.
'Cause-
Most wanted escapes.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
the,
remember
yeah,
the-
the mail thingy's finished. Cool.
The male thief was a raccoon.
You want to take the laptop, no?
Might not be ours.
What?
Have a look.
Michael, it must be a relief to finally be done with that place, no doubt. If traffic's not too bad, I should check back. I should be back at our place around 4. Haha, traffic in Delos, only if the mailbox bandit escaped. Hey, I'm making the biscuit thing you like. Damn, on my way. I'll probably take out some fire hydrants and stop signs. Don't die, I'll keep it warm. See you in a few.
Ah, so they're still talking.
There's 7 meals. Take.
Yeah, don't eat that. That'll be dumb.
Alright. There's a ladder. Can you go up it?
No.
There's a letter. Hey, goblins!
Word in town is you guys finally sold the house. I came by tonight to help you fix what needs to be fixed, but there was nobody home. Are you gone already? Things change so fast these days. Anyway, you know where to find me if you want me to fix things. If you're still in town, I mean. It's getting late and I'm pretty tired. Oh, and I'm sorry for acting like the stupid ass I am. Everywhere I look, I think about what used to be. I've been trying to do better, but I think it might be too late for an old bear like me.
No,
I'm not
never.
sure if this will reach you, but it's getting late. Call me if you're still around. Be safe, Sam. P.S. I wish it was as easy to fix everything as a boat. Bless.
He means well. Goblin, goblin. Take.
I'm looking.
Look at that photo with Michael.
Oh, they had a birthday with Eddie.
Aww.
They went
They
skating.
went to 2016.
New Year's.
Cute.
They went out in the ice.
Looks like they went out with Tessa as well.
The observatory.
Cute.
That's cute. Oh yeah, they did. They went out with Tessa. Okay. I'll take
That's not Michael. Who's that with Alison?
that is Michael.
In the top?
On the left.
No. is it?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
It
yeah.
is.
The boat. Okay. It looked too dark in colour.
So we did this bit. Look there.
Underfloor.
So,
Juno
Juno
Uni.
University.
Goodbye.
Was there anything in here?
Yeah.
Send a picture to Alison.
Go for it.
Oh, okay. Today, Tyler, please. Oh, they left all the stuff on the door though.
It's their lock. It'd be such a shame to get rid of it. Okay. Oh. On the dresser, there's something.
Huh. Well,
Tessa.
at least she finally dumped his ass.
I
Did
might
I ask?
where I was soon board a plane to Manila on a missionary assignment. I
Oof.
apologise for not coming in person to think of out, but I was called to make
Okay.
this decision alone.
You're right.
And to carry it out on my own as well. I'm sure you understand that sometimes we must follow without question the prompting of the spirit. I will not be coming back to Dallas Crossing for some time.
Oh, before I go there, still something I feel I must confess to you both. Perhaps because I've never found the strength to confront my husband, I've never been able to forgive Marianne for her betrayal. I truly did love you both like my own children, and I always tried to forgive your mother for her unapologetic lifestyle, but when I discovered that you were the fruit of her affair with my Thomas, I wanted her to suffer like I was suffering, and I brought down on your house the wrath I never dared allow to unfold in mine. I've been deeply ashamed all these years, and I'm surprised how much better I feel with it out in the open. The greatest thing about truth is the peace it brings to your life. I hope you can find it in your hearts to forgive me. You've taught me once again how love will bring you further in life. Something that Marianne had been trying to show me all along. Take care of each other always. In his steps. Tessa.
Sucks to suck, Thomas Anthony Fecky.
Takes on Alaska Crime Commission.
Ooh. Whoa.
Some trash bags.
What's in there? Nothing for you to
Empty.
take.
Right, let's go upstairs.
Up are the stairs. Oh no, there's another room.
Where
Is
you
that the
going?
bathroom?
Bathroom.
Ugh, can't
This
believe
needs
someone
a
bought
whole-
it like this.
No, yeah, people do. They're just going to remodel it, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah.
It's a project.
Dinky dinky dink.
It's got really wide stairs and
We
a
need
nice
to try and go
layout.
to the tree where little Leo
Goodbye,
was.
room. Goodbye, room. Goodbye, man on the moon. For posterity.
Big rooms.
Very big. Beautiful. There's only one room upstairs.
Yeah, where was Mary Alice's bedroom?
Downstairs at
Certainly
the
hope
front
the
with a
new
lock on
owners
it.
are Mr. or Mrs.
Oh, yeah.
Fix-It.
There you go, fix it. You get that little airplane down. Ah.
Okay, let's go.
To the tree.
To the tree.
To Leo's tree.
She sent another picture of her face. Oh. She's very chatty, isn't she?
Goblin, goblin. Off you poppy. Yes, we'll try soy meat. And then it turns into a game of house flipper. It's so funny. Oh.
Leave the house for good.
Goodbye, house. No. 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 Stop. Stop. Stop.
Well, this is goodbye for real, I guess.
Hmm.
Stop.
Yeah.
I guess that's another part of the game you'll never uncover.
I don't think there'll be anything there.
I think there is.
Okay. There might be a carving.
Hey, Aaron. It's Tyler Ronan.
Who's Aaron?
Yeah.
I thought I'd
Yeah, I
catch
was
you
gonna
on
say
the
Fireweed.
between sessions, but I guess you're going along with another rebel with too many causes. I know I haven't reached out since I left Fireweed, but I just wanted to say, well, you were right about grief. About it going in circles. This morning, I was out on the porch staring at the fog, and my mother, she just tumbled right out of me.
Sounds painful.
But it was
Sorry.
okay. It actually felt good to remember.
How did that get over there? That doesn't. The ball string doesn't look big
Anyway,
enough.
give me a call back if you get a chance. I'll see you around. And thank you.
I think it's there. Twins for life, lock up and go. Oh, I'm assuming we made them quite good friends then.
Well. End of the game.
That was interesting.
Thoughts? Quickly before we wrap up. Sorry guys, I know we're like 15 minutes over.
Thoughts?
Oh yeah, I'm glad they're good friends. I'm glad we got the good ending. Yay, so what is the alternative ending? Does anybody know? What happens if we didn't do this? Michael is awesome.
Oh no, more content. The horror. Alison and Tyler are not close.
Okay. Ooh, alternative endings on YouTube. We'll have to do that. Okay, right. Can I just say like the critical bits of my thinking?
There is one where Alison lives alone in the house. Oh no, that just sounds like she kind of gets consumed by...
Yeah. Unable to move on. That sucks.
Okay, go. Sorry.
Okay, so here's my thinking. I like what they did with the trans representation in terms of logistics of how they portrayed him. The storyline got so muddled in chapter 2. I'm still not quite over how mad I was, how vexed I was at that. And I don't Sorry. So the whole of the first season, the first episode was, hey, look, trans person, problematic. How did the mum deal with this? And then it turned into, actually, hang on, it's got nothing to do with that. Turns out the mum had another child and an affair.
And her extreme grief over that, she was incredibly triggered when she thought she was going to lose the twins. And her response was...
And like, fair, that's an awesome story of its own accord. Enjoy Antique Hobbit. Thanks, Hades. Do you see what I mean? Like, that's a really cool storyline. But what has that got to do... What is, like, being gender non-conforming?
When they say production babies,
trans?
are they babies that were born...
Yeah, probably.
There were two victors.
What's that got to do with anything?
I mean, maybe the kind of half the point is that, like, actually it's not to do with Tyler being trans. He happens to be trans.
In which case, why clickbait it for the first episode? In fact, it's wonderful when there's trans representation that
I guess
isn't
because Tyler
part of the main storyline.
thought it was because of that, which just
I don't know, it just feels a bit self-absorbed,
I
doesn't
was
it?
just gonna say that.
Like, I don't
but
think
his
that's
automatic
great.
assumption was that his mum freaked out when he cut
Yeah,
his hair.
potentially a bait and switch, Drake. In which case, fair on one side, but do we really want to be doing that with LGBT plus storylines? I don't know. The kids misunderstood.
It felt like they tried to make this very like complex, layered story and didn't quite execute it.
It wasn't as clear as it could be.
Mm.
That's like my cynical
I'm
part.
left feeling.
But I also really loved the stories. I loved the puzzles. I loved Marianne's like fantasy world. I think there's so much important stuff here on abuse. Oof. And I'm glad we got a good ending. Too much, yeah. There's a lot unexplained in my opinion. I agree with you. Ooh, so interesting. Turns out that she wasn't that transphobic after all. We think, yeah.
Well, we finished another game though.
We did!
Look at us.
Well done, chat. Well done, chat. What
I
your
think
questions?
we're doing
Let us know,
Little
my
Hope
loves.
next.
Is that
A
really
scary
what we're doing
one.
next?
Yeah, we're doing.
Oh my god. Oh wait, or Deathloop.
Hold on, it depends.
We have
But
a
we'll-
lot to think about for the next
we'll
game.
come at you on Monday with like a casual game, you know, like Fall Guys or something.
Yeah, Drake. If that's what it is. I'll read into it a little bit more. Super interesting. Yeah, and I think that's the other thing maybe Notorious Queer that I'm getting like a little bit uncomfortable about, perhaps because it's hitting home with just some struggles. Like, but you've gone from the beginning where I know it was a while ago, but if we go to the very beginning of this of episode 1, which by the way you guys can play for free if you want to on Steam, just download it, no big deal. They hated her.
Yeah.
They hated her. She was a horrible mum to them. They absolutely despised her.
The way they spoke about her was very negative.
Yeah. And then you find out that she has a past, and as my therapist said, it may not be your fault, but it is still your problem. It may not be Marianne's fault that she had such a tricky background, but her being a bad mum is still a problem. So I just don't understand this big flip towards why we're now super sympathetic towards what she'd gone through, because we can be sympathetic but still hold her to account for not being a great parent. You know, things like that. I just feel like
you're right. It's
that
like there was so
wasn't-
much in chapter 1 about kind of how she wasn't great at looking after them, and some of the things that she did and said to them and the way they were treated wasn't the best. It was
I had to think about it.
Yeah, some of it was about the memory that she tried to kill Tyler, but then also some of it was just like kind of facts of
Yeah,
how
even if she didn't try to
of
kill
what their
Tyler.
upbringing was like.
Yeah, their accounts
And then
weren't
all
fantastic.
of that gradually, like as they started chapter 2 and it just got washed away in terms of, and then it was more about like, oh, she was so creative.
Yeah. Alright, my loves. Let's, I feel like it's good progression though to stop demonizing parents and realise they were just humans doing their best. She definitely wasn't a great mother, but it does seem like she loved them and was trying to make things work the best she could. Yeah, I hope so. I just wish there was like the storyline held our hand through that a bit more and didn't like bait so much at the beginning.
Matt Booty. That's a great surname.
Yes, my loves, there is. Please feel free, Antique Hobbit, to take a look at the Discord. I'll pop a little link for you here, sweetheart. Don't be a poop. That's the only rule of the Discord. It's not our Discord. It's a community created Discord. It's lovely. I just think it's possible that while some of the things they thought about her were true, the whole she was always terrible and abusive may have just been something that would come off.
I think it's all speculation.
Yeah, it's difficult to tell, and obviously we'll all be sort of making those thoughts from our own perspectives and experiences too. So interesting, super interesting. Yes, I agree with that, Tom. I definitely like the complexity of her story. Just think do you know what it was? I feel like the creators of this game had incredible intentions and a really good skill, but maybe they set off to take us on a journey that was too big for them to complete.
In the length of game they created.
Yeah,
Yeah, I get you.
yeah. All right.
Oh,
A semi-good mother. Yeah. Oh, Alison was grateful they completed Marianne's puzzle. 84% completed. 16% forced it open.
forced it.
Alison was influenced by Tom's testimony.
100% believed in the twins' memory. Really? Every single person believes that Marianne was still...
See, that's probably what I would have done. But it's fine. I'm
No,
glad we
but
played
I
it out
don't-
this way.
I don't believe... Look, like Thomas said that he didn't pick that, and then 70% of people voting
But this
said
would be
pick
like...
Tom's memory. Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, odds-wise...
Yeah, no, I'm sure these stats are... it won't be of everyone who's ever played the game.
95% held up. Did we have a choice in
I
that?
don't think we...
Or was that just
because
an
we
outcome?
stopped it. Yeah,
Yeah.
because we stopped it, I reckon.
Eddie was relieved that Alison accepted responsibility for the murder. 67% confessed to the truth.
Go back.
Sam, 67%.
Okay. Sam felt understood.
70% listened to Sam's story. I don't remember that choice.
But we confronted...
I don't remember that choice.
I don't remember that either.
Michael felt closer.
71% guessed!
My 29% did not. Ugh. And that's it.
Ooh, wow.
Oh, this is important.
Yeah, let's take a second.
I think it just goes up for a fixed amount of time.
Whatever the case, I very much enjoyed the game. Tyler's hair and stubble girls. I'd agree. Okay.
Done.
Super interesting. Food for thought. Let's have a think.
Shall I go on to this one?
I think we should do like a little movie club or whatever where we can like dissect these things afterwards. Perhaps we can have a chat in Discord. But for now, thank you so much for joining. This has been a super long stream. Thank you so much everyone for supporting. Thank you beautiful Clicky for the raid. Thank you everyone for your subs and cheers and support. Oh my goodness, you're all so beautiful and kind. Didn't have to tell everyone to budget, not so much today, so I'm very glad about that. Just her. Right, so we are going to... Oh, Omi, that's so cool. There's an actual Tyler jacket. See you later, Cookie. Thank you so much, my love. You too, Tom. Let's raid, and what we'll do is we'll come back with just a chill stream. I'm thinking an Animal Crossing because I want to fish again and see the new guys soon. That'll be next Monday. So we'll stream next Monday. Keep an eye on Discord though, because I know that Dan is having an amazing, friggin' beautiful presents, and I hope the Moana film night went well.
Okay,
Fingers crossed to have some more. Do we have any raid suggestions? Let us know. Should we try? Alright, my loves, if there's no suggestions. Cool. We're just going to raid somebody called Colo.
Raid.
Yeah. Okay, let's go send some potatoes Colo's way. I'd be very grateful, and we'll have a great rest of your week. We'll see you on Monday. Oh, Halloween update coming. Yes. See you soon, my loves. Have a good rest of your week. Bye.
Bye.